What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Welcome back into the career mode here on FIFA 22 on Next Gen. In today's video, we got to update you guys on a lot of things and how things have played out so far. So in the last video, you guys should have seen us win that cup, and we also, as we mentioned in that video, won the Premier League on record. So we had the most points in the standings for that season, and we did win the Premier League. There's a couple of things going on this season, such as the UEFA Champions League. Not sure if I'm exactly pronouncing that right, but I think I am. And some things happening with the squad that I definitely wanted to update you guys on, and we're going to have a good match today to be able to play, so stay tuned for that, with Wolves and PSG up at the top of this table right now, competing to see who's going to get the 1 and who's going to get the 2 seed. And in our last matchup, we actually drew, so that's potential to be a really good matchup. Now we might need to start one of our lower team sheets in today's game because of our player health and stamina, but did definitely want to update you guys on where we stand with some things, so let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, the very first thing that I want to update you guys on is our status with national team management. So we actually managed Hungary's national team into the World Cup, and we made it to the round of 16, and we lost to Portugal, I believe it was, which is kind of an expected result there, but making it to the round of 16 was pretty solid as is. We were offered the ability to return to manage that team, and they're not really the best national team. I mean, they're not bad. They were only around a 70 overall or something of that nature, and I was looking for an opportunity to move up to a better national team squad. So they offered us a contract, and we declined it, and then we've been sitting here taking offers from other clubs. I believe we had Australia, and then we might have had like Switzerland, and now we were offered by Sweden, and I've taken over for Sweden. So we did have a round of 16 exit whenever I was managing Hungary. However, Sweden is a much better team. Now, I don't have all of the best overall players selected for this national team. I've actually selected some of their youngest players as well, such as their goalkeeper that's only a 73 overall, but I feel that there is some room to grow for this team, and they already have some very nice players up here in attack and in the midfield that are, really working for us, and we've gotten 3 wins in our European Championship group stage, and we're looking really strong as a team. And so it is now time to update you guys on our actual team sheets and how everybody's doing. So Christian Pulisic is all the way up to an 88 overall. There's some great development happening with our team. Pulisic, like I said, 88 overall. Timothy Weah now up to about a 79 overall. Musa has moved officially to right wing and is up to a 76 overall. Our midfield continues to grow with Reina at an 82, Adams at an 80, and McKennie at an 81. Our defense is looking phenomenal with Gomez and Tomori in the middle, and I don't remember if I updated you guys on getting both of these guys. So we do have this really fantastic pair at center back with Tomori and Gomez, and then on the outside we have Mendes and Dodo, who are both very high pace players. As you can see, 90 sprint speed for Dodo, and I may be pronouncing that slightly incorrectly, and 92 sprint speed for Mendes. Really solid defense there, and one of our objectives for this season, and it's actually a very high priority objective for us, was to sign 1 veteran player, and I didn't know exactly what that meant within FIFA. So I did some research. Some people had differing opinions on what it meant depending on your club level. It could mean a 75 overall, it could mean a 85 overall. And so since we're in the Premier League, I figured I had to sign a pretty solid veteran player and give them a substantial role at the club. And I was looking at my goalkeeper position, and I was like, I sold Saw, who was our 81 overall goalkeeper, who was the veteran, and decided, all we had at that point was Stefan, the United States goalkeeper, who I like quite a bit, and then some prospect goalkeepers like Korolev. And I decided, you know what, I wonder what some of the really old veteran goalkeepers would cost within this. And we actually went out and we got Neuer from Germany, and we'll go look at the transaction history here in a moment, but he's an immediate impact on our team, and we were able to accomplish that objective through the signing of Neuer. And I really, really like that signing because, you know, I don't know how long he's going to, you know, stick around. He is up there in age, but he's still an 88 overall. He's still one of the best goalkeepers in the game, and he really wasn't that expensive to be able to bring in. So this is it right here. We were able to get Neuer over from FC Bayern for 17.1 mil, which I feel like is really not that expensive. It might be a lot to pay for a player of his age. I mean, he is genuinely like in his late 30s, I think maybe 37, 38 years old. So it's, you know, it's a fair price to pay for a player that might not be around for very long at all, but I think that that's a fair price to pay to accomplish a very important objective for us and set us on the path of another potentially very successful season. Having an 88 overall goalkeeper is nothing to slouch at. And then in addition to that, we brought in some various other players that I may or may not have mentioned to this point. We have Chao Henrique at right back, and then Morato at center back, and then we have some other players. Busio I brought in, who is a United States prospect. Noble is a player that I have promoted from my farm system, my youth system, who is a 65 overall winger with, I think, 90 plus potential. And then we also have two other team sheets here of players. So we have our rotational team sheet, which features Cowell in the middle, who has been doing really well for us. Another youth staff player on the other wing here in Vanessa. And then in the center field, we have Clark, who's been doing well for us. Another prospect called up in Cooper. Busio, as I had mentioned before. And then we had brought in a couple of United States defenders to try to develop them a bit in Richards here, and then Carter Vickers. I know that we had mentioned them much earlier in the season, but they were on loan, so we couldn't actually go out and acquire them. So we were finally able to actually bring them in because they were returned to their club. Now, we also have officially agreed to send out Yedlin, and that's just because we have so many youth players here that have the potential to play. You guys can see our club is full. It is legitimately full. So, you know, we have some movement to do, probably send out some of these lower overall players, maybe even release some players that aren't really high value to us. But in reality, I think that we're doing a really good job of putting this club where I want it to be, in a position to be successful and in a position to continue developing young players to the highest level. Let's go ahead, after all that recap, and jump into this nice match against PSG. And I think that this is a match that has some important stakes to it, but is not going to be super important if we lose it, because we should still maintain our positioning on the board at 1 or 2, which would be okay. You know, let's go ahead, jump into it, see what we can do in our second matchup against PSG.
The pre-match focus on Neymar. 3 goals in his last 3 games. He's in sparkling form. We'll have the action on EA TV.
Today's game is going to be interesting. You can see the rain coming down. We are going against one of the best clubs in the entire world in Paris Saint-Germain. This is a very, very tough club to match up against. And, you know, we are sporting our second team sheet today, our rotational team sheet. And the reason for that is we just are very tired on our top team sheet. So we need to play some of our rotational players. And I feel like this is a good game to do it because the stakes aren't really as high as you know, some of the other matches that we've been playing and are going to play, considering we are pretty much locked into the top 2 of this group stage and locked into advancement. So, you know, we are certainly going to be playing to try to win this game, but it might be a very uphill battle for us, considering, you know, how difficult this team can be to play and how low overall the guys are that we're playing with right now. We'll start off with the ball here, see if we can't get it moving upfield. We do have a good opportunity here early on. See if we can't hit that cross. Not able to do it. Good defense there, good positioning. We weren't able to post up there and get in front of the man. Really, honestly, slow pace from PSG the last time that we played them. I was a bit surprised that they didn't send more attacking runs forward. They kind of played it slow. And this is the kind of thing that I've been seeing right here. So we've actually had some success against them. We obviously played to a draw the last time. I believe it was a 1-1 matchup. So, you know, I do feel like we match up decently well against this team. I don't feel like we're totally outmatched by them. I'm surprised by the fact that they haven't played us that well, at least in the last matchup anyway. But you can see they do a really good job on defense, and they do have some very prolific strikers, so we have to be careful not to give them too much space up front. I have been developing my skills as a FIFA player. As I always say, I am not that high level, but I've been doing a better job on defense. And as I say that, PSG going up 1-0 on a mishandled ball. I really thought that Stefan was going to be able to come out and get that. Neymar is able to put that over the goalkeeper. Nice little celebration there by him. And you can see Messi and Neymar together right there celebrating. Let's see how this turned out. So we blocked it, and we weren't able to handle it on defense. It does slip through. I really thought Stefan would be able to come up and get that. I don't know why his reaction was as slow as it was, but a really well-placed ball by Neymar is going to put up PSG. Put PSG up 1-0, and we're very early into this game. So 13th minute, they're going to go up 1-0. Be patient with it. We don't got to go crazy right now. There's a good pass. That's a good through ball. Oh, laid off. Oh, we weren't able to punch it in. I thought I loaded the shot. I did not. So our best chance of the day isn't going to get put through. We are getting some attacking runs now, though. So I'm liking what I'm seeing out of that. That's going to be a yellow or just a free kick. I'll take that. See if we can't get a run into the box. Let's go with a cross opportunity. That's going to be... Oh, I thought we were putting that in. Oh, man, I should have went back post with it. We might have been able to direct that in pretty easily. Send this cross in. Good positioning. Even better attempt by the defender, though, to get rid of that. I don't know if he's... I thought he might have been offsides. That was actually a pretty solid run. The chances are coming for us in a flurry here at the end of the half. We'll have to see how this continues to develop for us. We need to make sure that we certainly don't give up a goal on the other end. But things looking pretty good for our attacking play. We just got to be careful. There's a really nice save, forces it onto the crossbar, and again, we're mishandling this ball in the defensive zone. That should take us to half, 1-0, PSG leads, but we're looking really strong at this point. So, oh, and that's a dangerous tackle there. That's probably going to lead to the half. I don't know that we're going to be able to get this ball up. Neymar, though, the one who gets called for the infringement. And, oh, man, we really sent that a little bit too far upfield. I thought I was just going to try to power it up and get something moving for an attempt. Unfortunately, though, down 1-0 at halftime, we have to make the most of whatever chances we get here in the second half. Now our positioning is potentially going to hurt us. That's going to be a goal. PSG goes up 2-0 off of the epic counterattack. That was a very, very fast opportunity for them to get back downfield. Now the pressure is really on for us to make a move upfield and put one into the back of the net. It's going to be tough. They've been very good on defense so far, and our positioning hasn't honestly been great in our attack positioning. I feel like we have not been getting the runs through where I would expect our guys to be trying to take the ball. However, we have been putting a massive amount of pressure on. There's a beautiful run. Put that one into the back of the net. There we go. 2-1 in the 59th minute. That gives us plenty of time to come back and tie this one up. Let's go ahead and celebrate here a little bit with Busio. Not able to get that out. They are pressuring us hard. We're pressuring them back quite a bit. Team pressure's on. A solid save. They're going to keep possession of that. Does that go out of bounds off of them? They are making substitutions. I don't feel like I need to yet. Nobody's really that tired on my team. There's a good clearance and another good save. Man, we really got to... Why does it... you know, I wish it would stop telling me to make substitutions, but I'm going to go ahead and make one here. We're going to put in Par up front, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give us some speed on the outside. So we're going to go with Yedlin and Bello, who both have quite a bit of pace. That should be an upgrade on the outside, and that should help with our attacking runs, because honestly, we do get a lot of players forward. We do get our left back and our right back forward on our attacking runs, and I might utilize them to carry the ball up and give us a better chance at a goal. Oh, man, and a beautiful header. I called for the goalkeeper to come out and get that one. That's going to put us down 3-1 and really put the pressure on. I don't think we have much of a chance at coming back after that, especially not whenever we're passing it to the wrong player and not to the open man. I really don't know where that pass was intended. Or why it was intended so far away from where I was trying to go with the ball. Regardless, another huge opportunity for them, another huge save. We're in really risky territory right now. I'm gonna have to put us on all-out attack. How many substitutions do we get? I feel like that's been like 7 for them, and I don't know why they're still doing this, where they're putting maximum pressure on us even whenever our goalie has the ball. I guess it makes sense. It seems like a little bit of a dirty tactic to me. I don't really know how that type of stuff goes in this game, but to me doesn't seem like the most sportsmanlike thing to do. There's a run. There we go. Yedlin with his pace. Nobody's going to catch up to him. We do need to look for a passing target, though. Because to be honest with you, he's not the best. And why does it not allow us to collect that on our foot? I know that that's a low overall player, but there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to collect that on our foot and make a play happen with that. Oh, and of course he's going to be called offsides. Oh, man. What a tough way to end this game. We do have a little bit of time left, but honestly, most of that time is going to be wasted with them just getting the ball up the field right here. I was going to say we have to pressure them. I don't think there's any chance we get back to stop this play. Good save. Our goalkeeper has been great for us today, just not able to convert on our opportunities. If we had our first team sheet in, I feel we definitely would have won this matchup. Absolutely. We definitely would have won this matchup if we had Weah and Pulisic up there, up front. As well as Reina. Our cam is fantastic with his shot accuracy, and some of the other midfielders as well. But you know what? Nonetheless, I feel like we played them hard with our rotational team sheet here. You know, they have a bunch of 90 overalls going up against a bunch of 60s and 70s. So regardless, we played them hard, and I can't be too upset about this result. Honestly, it's a bit of what you expect whenever you go out there with a team sheet like this. So 3-1 loss against PSG. We may see this team later on in the Champions League, but I don't think that that's going to hurt us too much. Let's go ahead to our post-match interview and see what questions they have for us after that one. 3-1 loss. You never like to lose by 2 goals or more, but I am happy with the attacking runs that we got. Just wish we could have put some of those into the back of the net. All right, so that can't have been much fun to watch as a manager. What went wrong? Didn't deal with the pressing. Yeah, I don't know how their CPU, when I play the CPU, they always get everybody to press so far upfield. And even if I put my team on team pressing, my guys don't press upfield like that. If you guys have an answer for me as to how I can get my team to constantly pressure all the way into their defensive zone, that would be great if you could let me know. So they put us under a lot of pressure. We didn't deal with their pressing. We didn't cause them enough problems. So, I mean, I guess any of those answers really are pretty much the story of that game for us. You must have been disappointed with that result. We mustn't repeat mistakes. We just have to improve. We were second best today. I think we just got to improve a little bit. Honestly, that team sheet competed pretty well in that game, and once that team sheet develops a little bit better, they shouldn't have any problem with that level of competition. It was quite a heavy defeat today. Could your team have done more? We're beaten by the better team on the day. We got taught a bit of a lesson, didn't we? The scoreline flattered Paris Saint-Germain. I'm going to go with that. And all 3 of those boosted our team's morale, so I'll take that. And that'll be our questions for the day. Our next matchup is going to be a league matchup. We do have some other important matchups coming up as well. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Wolves career mode here on FIFA 22. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this, like I said, and you can see that we've done very well in our matchups so far this year. And honestly, we haven't played many of those top teams. I feel like we've played a lot of the lower end teams in this division. It looks like we got Watford. It really doesn't feel like we've played any of those top teams. We've played some of the teams that have been promoted from the lower league, like Sheffield United and whatnot, and Southampton. We've gotten wins against a lot of the lower end teams in the Premier League, so I'm awaiting some of those tougher matchups as the season goes along, and that might knock us down the table a little bit. But like I said, hopefully you guys are enjoying this career mode, and I know that I am quite a bit enjoying this career mode. I'm enjoying the change of pace here that FIFA has been, and I'm really enjoying FIFA career mode. Honestly, it's one of the more in-depth ones within major AAA gaming that's out there. And I know some people have told me to try Football Manager 22, so I'm going to be looking into that and stuff. But as always, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new so that you can get notified, and obviously hit that notification button so you can get notified whenever the next video drops in this series. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have a good one.